North Dakota, we've been covering it for you to see the number of police officers that are there. It is ridiculous. It is. Sean King tweeted it out earlier today. It looks like Ferguson all over again. It's the militarization. It's the riot police. It's the armored vehicles. They're all coming to shut down about 250 protesters who are there fighting for their sacred lands. And then the people who are standing in solidarity with them. So at least 16 protesters have been arrested as of 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what the number of who have been arrested yet, but the protesters were ousted from the camp. They were pepper sprayed. They were removed with police with riot gears, trucks, Humvees, using buses. I mean, they had helicopters in the air. They had a plane scanning from the air. I mean, they had all hands on deck to make sure that this pipeline could move forward in the face of protests. And you have silence. You have silence from Barack Obama. You have silence from, and actually Hillary Clinton should have been silent. Let me read her this ridiculous statement that she sent out today. It would have been better for her to just be silent because sometimes when you try to triangulate, you end up messing things up even more than if you had just been quiet. So she released it. I have it on my phone here. I want to pull it up because it's well, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me not act shocked because this is exactly what you would expect from Hillary Clinton. It doesn't change the fact that it's disgusting, but it's exactly what you would expect from Hillary Clinton. All right, so this is a statement from Hillary Clinton on the Dakota Access Pipeline. She said, "We received a letter today from representatives of the tribes protesting the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. From the beginning of this campaign, Secretary Clinton has been clear that she thinks all voices should be heard and all views considered in federal infrastructure projects. Now, all of the parties involved, including the federal government, the pipeline company, and the contractors, the state of North Dakota, and the tribes need to find a path forward that serves the broadest public interest. As that happens, it's important that on the ground in North Dakota, everyone respects demonstrators' rights to protest peacefully and workers' rights to do their jobs safely." So it's nothing. That statement is nothing. It's a triangulation statement. It's a statement where she's trying to make sure everybody gets a little bit of attention, but nobody gets a solution. That's the triangulation of a politician. And because the pressure was on, she had to say something. Hillary had to say something, but what she ended up saying is nothing. It's empty. It's vapor. It's just useless for anything, especially for something happening like what's going down now, the crackdown that's going down now. One step further back from what's happening is this conversation about sacred land and private property and corporate interest and the competition between corporate interests that are now steamrolling over sacred lands. And one step further back from that really is a conversation about, man, I'm about to, oh God, why am I going there? Why am I going here? Really just the fact that, you know what? No, I'm going to pull myself out of that because it's really, no, I'm not. I guess I'm going headlong into it. Here you go. It's amazing the interest that people have in property when it's convenient for them to have interest in property. And if you've been following the story, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing when people are willing to recognize an agreement and when they're willing to just ignore that agreement. As soon as financial interests get involved, all bets are off. As soon as not just financial interests, but big finance, big banking interests get involved, you can forget about everything that has ever been promised to you, because if your land stands in the way, and whatever your land is, it could be whatever that represents, right? It's not just physical land. It could be your health. It could be the environment. It could be anything. It could be everything. It could be your individual freedoms. As soon as what's sacred to you gets in the way of moneyed interests, they will steamroll over you and rewrite history to their benefit. So it begs the question in my mind, what is ownership anyway? This is what I was trying to avoid. But what is ownership when it's so easily ignored based on the whims of moneyed interest? All right, let me stop before I pull out the 10-step solution. Anyway, I don't agree with all 10 steps, but there is a anyway. So it's the two of those things combined, man, that threw me for a loop, right? The Ammon Bundy being found not guilty, dead smack in the face of these protesters just being cracked down on. I mean, like, the hammer is being brought down on them as we speak. It is disturbing. It is a disturbing reminder. It's a disturbing reminder of what America is really about. And it can't get any clearer than that.